Taking this action, Trump has aligned the US with Israel's war aim of removing all possible obstacles to completing its genocidal elimination of the Palestinians. It risks a considerable widening of the conflict in the Middle East and a repeat of the disastrous interventions in Iraq, Afghanistan and Libya. It is entirely hypocritical of Keir Starmer to endorse these attacks while preaching the need for de-escalation in the region. He appears to believe that Iran should exclusively follow diplomacy, while Israel and Iran
to Britain's deployment of military assistance to Israel and its complicity in genocidal war. We say no more war, build solidarity with the Iranian people. Hands off Iran, hands off the Middle East.
disgrace. So we need progressive people involved in trade unionism as well as what you do in everyday work. In a minute, we're going to march down to the clock tower behind the banner, and we're going to have another rally down there. Does anyone want to speak before we go? Anyone got anything to say? We'll do couple more chants, then we'll go down there, yeah?
No, I think I've had my say.
Hands off Iran! Hands off Iran! Hands off Iran! Hands off Iran!
Hands off Iran!
Hands off Iran! Hands off Iran! Hands off Iran! Hands off Iran! Hands off Iran! Hands off Iran! Hands off Iran! Hands off Iran! Hands off Iran!
Hands off Iran! Hands off Iran! Hands off Iran!
Okay, so we'll all go around.
Said that they aim to establish a little loyal Ulster in the sea of hostile pan-Arabism. It was the same story in Palestine as it was in Ireland, of course, and it's no accident that the most supportive nation in Europe today of the Palestinians are the Irish, because they know above all what colonial occupation is like. And in fact, when the black and tans had finished their work in Ireland, and they were thugs par extraordinaire, they were transported to Palestine to carry out exactly the same work. Now, in war, the first casualty, they say, is the truth, and that is especially true today. Iran does not have a nuclear weapon. Even Tulsi Gabbard, Trump's director of intelligence, says that. What this is about is the right of Israel to dominate the region. The irony, of course, is that Israel does have multiple nuclear weapons and missiles, and it's not even a member of the Non-Proliferation Treaty, so there are no inspections of it. And what it is about is America's attack dog remaining immune. But I have to say, Israel had to call in Trump because it was getting the losing end of the battle with Iran. And that should tell us that Israel is slowly declining and Zionism is at the beginning of the end. We are seeing this. There is a terrible price being paid, but I ask people to bear in mind that when apartheid in South Africa died, that was when the most violence occurred. Zionism has been stripped of any of its social democratic justifications. I grew up being told that Israel was a socialist state, that nothing can happen, the Arab refugees ran away. But today it is very clear, Israel is an apartheid state, not only on the West Bank, where there's a military dictatorship, but within Israel itself. Ben Gvir, the director of the police, was a member of the KAH, the Kahanis party, a neo-Nazi party, and he was on the street shouting along with the other settlers, death to the Arabs. And anyone with any sense of history knows that the slogan in Europe, in Germany and in Poland, was death to the Jews. So the Zionists have taken off where the Nazis left off. And that is what the reality of Zionism is today. And when we see our ruling class, Starmer and all the rest of it, Yvette Cooper and so on, saying that Israel has the right of self-defense, we know that we are ruled by war criminals. The thousands of children in Gaza, the starving of children and the people of Gaza, reminds me of the Nazi policy of death by hunger, of the Jewish ghettos in Poland. There really is no difference between Israel today and what happened in the past. And I was arrested for making a comparison between Israel and Nazi Germany. I was let go in the end, but the police do not like comparisons because those comparisons bring home what we are fighting. And Palestine Action has been prescribed, or will be prescribed, not out of strength, but out of weakness. They are trying to close down free speech on Palestine. And I have to say, as someone who's got a 9-month suspended sentence for action with Palestine Action, we will not be silenced. We are on the right side of history, and Israel will there. Thank you very much, everyone, and thank you for coming.